everybody, welcome back to another Mommy Mayhem video. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far this month. It's so crazy that it's already more than halfway over. I can't believe how quickly this month is flying by. It's almost June. It's blowing my mind. Anyway, I wanted to do a video today that was very, very highly requested last month when I did my half marathon. So there's so much stuff I could say about this topic, about running, and so many of you guys wanted to know how I trained for the half marathon and all of that. If you want to know the basics of running, I have 2 videos I believe I did last summer about just the basics of running and how to get started if you've never been running before and all of that. So I will have those videos linked down below for you guys. So basically in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys kind of my half marathon experience and what I did to train and all of that. So let's get started. Okay, I'm out of breath. Max just woke up, so I had to get him and put him downstairs with Brad. So anyway, I wanted to share with you guys my experience. So I ran my half marathon in April, and it was the Salt Lake Half Marathon, and it was a new course. They've had the race for many years, but they changed the course. And I had been training for a half marathon last fall. If you guys remember, I had signed up for one around Halloween and I got injured while training and everything. So once January came, I was like, I'm gonna do this in April. This is gonna happen. And so through snowy runs, through a lot of treadmill, like on icy, because the roads were so icy when I started in January. But I did it, and it was one of the most emotional days of my life. I remember being there at the starting line and just tears welling up in my eyes, and I didn't want people to see me because I couldn't believe I had actually done it. There's nothing greater in life than, I feel like, being prepared when a moment arrives, if that makes any sense. Working so hard towards something and feeling this preparation all came to this moment. And when I ran my half, it just felt so good. I cried at the end, of course. I just couldn't believe that something that I have wanted to do for so many years actually came to pass.
No, not yet. Michelle!
And when each mile marker would pass, like 9, 10, 11, 12, I just wanted to keep running. And even when I got to mile 13, I was like, I could keep going. So maybe someday I'll do a marathon. It's definitely something I want to do. It's definitely on my bucket list, but it felt so amazing to accomplish it. And I was just running it by myself. I didn't know anybody else running it, but it was just for me. Like, I ran that race for Michelle. I wanted to give myself a birthday present for my 30th birthday. Like, this is my present to myself, to run every second with all my heart, to prepare and just push my body and push my mind and just do these things I'd never done before. So it was an incredible experience. So if you guys are thinking of training for a half marathon, I have a couple of things that I think could help, but there's no secret. At the end of the day, there's no secret to running. You either like it or you don't. And one of the biggest things I think is to find a training plan that works for you. I had never done a half marathon, so I found a lot of like beginner half marathon training plans or whatever, and they were too easy for me. And so I think when I had about 8 weeks left, I found a different training plan, and I don't stick well to training plans, you guys, because then I get guilty. Oh, I didn't do my workout today. You know, those days when somebody's sick or something happens, you can't run, then you feel guilty because you're not on plan or you're not on track, whatever. I just followed one kind of that worked. I just wanted to know like what my level was and where I should be at that point, where every Saturday is my long run, and then I tapered towards the end, which means you start going less and less. And that worked, and I felt so prepared, and it felt great. It felt incredible. So that's the first thing I say. If you're going to run a half marathon, to just find a plan that works for you. If you've never done one, talk to different people who have done one, and also find a race and sign up right away so you have motivation. And look and see what kind of race it is. Is it all downhill? Is it all uphill? The race that I did was a lot of both, and so there was no drastic downhill, which is what I wanted. I wanted a more flat terrain because the downhill races can injure you, I've heard, and that's how I got injured my first time training for a half marathon, was training downhill. But find a race that you think will be perfect for you. The race that I did was a huge race in Utah. It's probably one of the biggest ones, and so I wanted all those people. I wanted the excitement to push me, and so I could run farther. And I was running with, I think, 6,500 people, and it was just really fun, just the energy and all the people. I wanted a big race. And so definitely find a race that works for you, sign up for it, find a training plan that works for you. And the last secret is just work your butt off. And a half marathon doesn't come easy. I wanted to cross the finish line knowing that I had given my all, and that's what feels good. And you just have to do it. follow your training plan, follow your runs. There's no way of cheating. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just not do anything and then show up on race day and do it without getting injured or something. Like, you need to put the work in, day out. There are so many plans out there. There's no secret to it. Slowly build up your mileage. Don't go running 1 mile and then all of a sudden go on an 8-mile run. Slowly build up your mileage every week by 10%. So if you're running, 2 miles 1 week, then just do a little bit more, 2.1 miles, kind of just slowly build it up so you don't injure yourself, because it is not fun, trust me, when you get injured. Also, if you are gonna start running longer distances, make sure you get a hydration belt. That helps so much, just to have all the water there for you. That helped me so much. And also get some gels, because gels will, they will help you so much. And the most important thing is to just enjoy it and find your reason for running. Like, why do you like to run? What's your passion? If you're just doing it to do it, you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you find why you love to run and what your motivation is, then you can keep upping and upping and upping your mileage, and it doesn't really seem that difficult kind of thing. But make sure you're smart about your training. Don't push yourself too hard so you don't get injured, and make sure that you follow a training plan that works around you and your athletic ability and your mental ability, because some training plans are crazy and they're too easy, some are too hard. Find what works for you. That's it, you guys. There's no secret to half marathon training. You just have to want it, and you have to put in the work day in and day out, and just be smart with your training as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me regarding running or your training or anything, just comment down below and I will do my best to answer it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.